The Death Star is appropriate. Now look at this beautiful green stylo. And that's where I cut it away from the rainbow stylo. So it's got a lot of repairing to do on itself. And that's why I have it pitched up there in the corner of the tank. Kind of like the Death Star. That beginning is something I've wanted to do for quite some time. And I hope it turned out alright. And I hope you guys get to see it. And if YouTube blocks it, maybe you'll get to see it before they do that. But let's talk first about the casualties of war. I've got quite the frag rack going. I've got a rack, 2 racks in the main display. 3, sorry. And 2 racks in the softy tank. And that's not even everything. I mean, I tried to squeeze some little pieces off here and there into the scape. But I don't want to run into the same problem with a lot of this stuff that really goes haywire. But I have opened up a lot of opportunity. I've found that I was going to shows like Reefapalooza and even these little meets that we have here in North Jersey. And I wasn't able to buy anything. There was just no room to put anything. There's some more frags. So now at least I can pick something up if something strikes my fancy. And yeah, I still have my little Favia garden over there. And I actually have some Acros. That green bird's nest right there, the dark one on the left, I plan on putting that just above where it is now, but it's going to sit on Tonga branch. So super glue alone is not going to pull that off because it's got a little bit of weight to it. And then, yeah, over there, that stylo has died and came back to life more than Beric Dondarrion from Game of Thrones. If you don't know who that guy is, that's that guy. So there's my little blue acro I got from Ultimate Coral. He's back down on the sand. And I still have a big rock of zoanthids in there because I like them. And the wrasses have been very busy. They've got new pieces of rock exposed that they can peck at and go at. And look at this guy. Look at the belly on him. He's doing good, huh? That was a great rescue. I'm so glad I got him. Even if he has a tuna haircut. So with all the extra room, now I want to go coral shopping. Shopping and swapping. That's the new name of the game for the tank. And I could have went up. I was thinking of going with a 180-gallon tank. That was really going to give me 2 feet. That's like another 50% a tank compared to what I have now. But the expense of it and the time and having a flood in the basement recently due to the weather just made me rethink the whole thing. And I thought, why don't I just try and grow some nice pieces that I like and, pay it forward to some other reefers who may want some of this coral. Reefing with O already said he needs a few pieces. He had a small little problem in his Nano tank and he lost some coral. And he's always been good to me, so like I said, pay it forward. And anybody starting out a new tank, I gave T65 some of his first pieces of coral. And I don't mind doing that. And then whatever's left, we go to Absolute, we get some store credit. And that's always nice too. I'd also like to thank all you guys for subscribing and watching all my videos and making the comments. The other day I got a comment on an older video and I went back to respond to that comment and the video was playing in the background and I just couldn't believe the difference in 6 months, say, of what happened in this reef tank. I was really impressed by it. So then over to the softy tank. It is softy, refugium, LPS, and everything I just didn't have room for. And it's not all placed, but I'm kind of liking the chaos of it, so to speak. I've just got things piled in there, and softies are pretty resilient, and they can take being in close range of one another and growing into each other. And again, another frag rack full of stuff. And that's actually the Julian's Golden Gorgonian frag there. And I have the whole piece in here. Of course, some Kenya tree, some occult coral, and plenty of mushrooms, and plenty of dragon's breath. And I just really enjoy this tank. I can sit there and watch it. I think I want to get some more fish for it. The mollies have really been disappointing in here. I think they're getting stung, and the clownfish are starting to get a little territorial too, so they're not working out. If they seem to disappear all of a sudden, and then I saw one today that looked to be injured, so maybe it had a close encounter with the anemone and pulled itself out, but I don't think it's going to make it anyway. But there's one or two in there that seem to be hanging tough though. But I was hoping for them to breed and make a food source and, just have that whole little happy thing. But yeah, trumpet corals, anemones, clove polyps in there. The singularia that Billy gave me is up in there. Even stuck the old bubble coral right in there. And hey, it's home. It's fine. Yeah, palithoas. I brought a whole bag of palithoas to one of the meets. And then I brought a whole big bag over to Absolute Fish. And I said, I don't care what you do with them. I just don't want them anymore. And there's my two-tone trumpet coral I got going on with I guess it's like a nuclear green and a regular green. But yeah, this tank is doing well. And super low maintenance. It's still not hooked to the tank. It's got two little power heads in it and an AquaClear 70 or whatever it is. And that's it. Got to drain it down to re-glue in the overflow box. So that'll be interesting. I just didn't feel like getting into all that right now. So coming soon. That'll be the next project. And here's that new acro. And yes, the crab's in there, but I couldn't really locate him when I was filming. But I did see him before and after filming. He's still in there. And when I bought this, the lower half of it was light colored compared to the rest of it. But it still has all the polyps on it. So it might have just been how it was growing in the tank it was in. It was being shaded or, who knows. But it's doing well. There's no STN or anything. So just another view. I've still got that big Hollywood stunner in there, and I figured, you know what, I can work around that, and removing it from that overflow box, I'd probably destroy it, because Hollywood stunners, I think Reef Spy put it best. They're like potato chips. That's about how strong they are. So to try and, I'm not sure how well it attaches, except for where I have it glued, but it's probably, sealed itself to that overflow box. So looking back at the tank, I hope I didn't make a mistake, but I am, although it was a beautiful thing, I am looking forward to growing more of the corals that I'd like to grow. So thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you're enjoying your tanks as well. Catch you on the next one.